Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of How to Reach 2000. We get the white pieces. Let's play d4. We're very close to being 1600. Let's play the London system. Okay, they're copying us. Let's play e3. They're still gonna keep copying us. Usually, if you're playing with the black pieces and you're copying your opponent, that's not ideal because in positions with full symmetry, white has an extra move, so I'm always gonna be slightly better. I want to play bishop to d3 because if they trade, I'm going to get my queen out, and I have this idea if I wanted to. Also, I could have taken with the pawn, which would have allowed me to control the e4 square a little bit better. Anyways, let's play knight to d2, controlling the square. We have a nice and active queen. We could have some attacking possibilities on the king side, and we have more development. This bishop can go to the g7 square, but it's not an ideal square for the bishop. I can just play moves like c3 and they're gonna have a really hard time trying to break through. I'm noticing that this is an annoying move that I have to deal with. I'm not sure what I should be doing. I kind of like the move knight to e5, but I'm trading the pieces and I'm not sure if that's good. But I think getting the bishop to the center is a good idea. If they go here, that's kind of unpleasant, but I think I can take their knight, and if they decided to take, then I'm getting a good clamp on the e5 square, so let's go for it. I'm kind of violating the opening principles because I'm moving the same piece twice, but I think it's a good move. If they take, after takes, they cannot really move their knight away because then I take their bishop. That trade is not favorable for the black pieces because that would result in a lot of dark square weaknesses. They went for knight to h5. I was intending to play this move, so I'm gonna go for it. And if they want to take my bishop, I'm gonna take back. And they don't want to take my bishop, at least right away. So I could try this, but I feel like f6, and after my bishop goes back, they have e5 with tempo. Essentially, I mean, like f6 kind of helps them. Yes, it does weaken the kingside squares, but I think that's a viable plan for the black pieces. So I'm gonna go to the g3 square. If they really want to take, then okay. I'm activating my rook. c5 is a good move. They're trying to open up the center. I'm gonna play c3. I want to try to keep the position as closed as possible because I don't want to open up this bishop. And they're doing the exact opposite of what they should be doing. They should try to open up the position rather than close it down. The knight is a better piece in closed positions because it can jump around a lot more, whereas the bishop needs open lines to attack from a distance. I drop back to c2 because I still want to play moves like e4 and try to open up their center and like weaken the c4 pawn. I think castling queenside is a bit risky. They're going for like a minority attack. They're trying to make these pawns look weak. They probably want to trade off these two pawns for these two pawns, and that would result in me having this annoying pawn. But here I think I can play a4, because if they push, I feel like I can just take. I don't think they have enough. I can always push, and I'm connecting my pawns, so I'm gonna play a4, and they cannot play a6 to try and defend, because I can just take and the pawn cannot take, so the queen has to take, which is not a move that they want to play. At least that's what I think, because if they lose the b pawn for the a pawn, this a7 pawn could be a big weakness. It's an isolated pawn on the edge of the board, and if I get this trade of these two pawns, then these pawns can be slightly weaker. Yes, I'm kind of opening the position, but I think I'm okay. I feel like I have pretty good defense of my pawns. I would like to control the move e5, but it's going to be pretty hard to do. They want to go for kingside castles. Very interesting stuff. I want to play knight to f3 to further discourage a move like e5. I could put my queen on c3, but that's kind of annoying because this bishop on g7 has x-ray vision towards my queen. That could be a tactic that I should be worried about, but I'm not too sure. Here, I think I probably have to play this. What else do I want to do? Here, check, not too worried. Then it would be good, but also like this straight away. If I play this, they can put more pressure and push. I don't know, that looks kind of annoying. I'll just play this. Or e5. It looks kind of scary because they can play f6 and e5, but I think a5 is a bad move because now I have a passed pawn on the b file. I'm not too worried about this because I can eventually get a trade and I'll get rid of my b2 pawn for this pawn, so I'm okay with it. Okay, they're really trying to get this move, which makes a ton of sense. I have to be very careful. But also, if they want to play e5 straight away, it takes, and after bishop takes, I'm getting a trade, which is definitely beneficial for me because I have an extra pawn, which is a passed pawn. So I think that's pretty good. And also, I can castle queenside, and I have a ton of pressure on the square. So that cannot be bad. Castling queenside straight away doesn't look too stupid. I think it's okay. One of my ideas is to play this, try and attack. They could try to play this, which is an annoying move, but I think it's okay. Rook to c8 is just an awful move. It doesn't do anything. So it's time to press on the gas. Let's try to create an attack. Or should we play a move like this just to be slightly safer? Because our queen is defended an extra time. Also, we have ideas to play rook to a1, and we're just defending this pawn an extra time. This move is no longer as scary. Now, b3 is not an idea because I'm going to get destroyed. They're trying to go for this. How do I prevent that? I'm not sure if I can. So I have to create some counterplay. Just want to be slightly safer. Now I'm kind of defended. Takes, takes. Am I worried? Probably not. So let's go for it. If they push, once again, I don't think I'm super worried. The more they close the position, the better my knight gets. Because their bishop is just a bad piece. I can try to do this. This looks interesting. So I'm gonna take with the knight. These two are called hanging pawns. I'm trying to blockade these pawns, and they're a pretty big weakness in the endgame. The d pawn is also a backwards pawn, so it doesn't have a pawn that's supporting it, which makes it a pretty big target for me. I have to speed up a little bit because I have slightly less than 3 minutes. They're opening up their bishop, but isn't that a free pawn? I have this now to do this, so they have to be very careful. Okay, is that a bad move? I cannot tell, so what I'll do is I'll just try to do something over here. I'm just getting out of the way so that if they move their bishop, I'm going to take the queen. I have this idea as well. That would be really annoying for them to deal with. They're sacrificing a pawn, which could be a good move. I totally just missed that move. If I take, then the queen gets in. Is that their idea? Okay, show me what you got. Queen gets in. Rook here. I mean, depends on where it gets in. Like, if it goes here, then I think I'm okay. And that I'm not concerned about. Does he really want to take a free pawn? I don't really think this is a completely free pawn, so he's gonna have to be very careful. Okay, he doesn't want to take the free pawn, so I think I convinced him to not take. Let's go here. Where does the queen go? Here? If it goes there, maybe I can do this. I'm gonna go here, attacking the queen. Also attacking this pawn. See what he does. Oh, sacrifice. Okay. Officially, my opponent is going all in. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. I didn't want to go here because that would have allowed this. And they're sacrificing the pawn. Wow. Takes, check, push. What is their idea? I can push. Where are your checks? Probably gonna do this. Maybe grab a free pawn because, you know, free pawn's there for the taking. It's definitely a risky move, but I could give it a try. What if I take, check? Looks interesting, but I'm not sure if I'm getting anywhere. I'll just do it. You know, why not? I'm gonna go remove. Okay. Queen here is a mistake. I'm up 4 pawns, but I'm down a lot of time. I think my opponent might be getting checkmated, because if he goes here, that looks pretty good. I mean, even queen there. I think queen there is better. And yeah, I think my opponent's getting toasted now. I think he has to sacrifice the queen. So if he plays queen to f6, I have rook to h7 check, and the king is deflected away from the queen. If the king moves away somewhere, then I think I have a bunch of checks with the rook and the queen that would allow me to get something like a ladder mate, because that king looks really weak. And my queen and rook are kind of lining up towards the h8 square, which is really nice. If I play this move, I'm going to have a temporary connect 5, which would be kind of an accomplishment by itself. It's a very nice thing to have. I think my opponent has started to realize that they don't have much. And I believe we were going to cross 1600 after this game. I think this is made in two, isn't it? Oh, they can go here. But I can go check, take the queen, and then get this rook. I'm gonna be up a rook. So, what can possibly go wrong? That was a bunch of pre-moves, which guarantees me winning a free rook, so there we go. Time to get the connect 5. Let's go. We temporarily have the connect 5. Oh no, my connect 5. We have connect 3 though. It's pretty fun. Okay, check. I'm gonna bring my king in. If they go any further, I'm gonna promote. Okay. You can grab all my free pawns, but I don't care. I mean, my opponent resigned. I played at 81.0 accuracy and my opponent played at 70.1 accuracy. The opening was kind of chaotic. I didn't really know what to do, so I was just making things up. Computer's gonna say black is better because he has a bishop. Anyways, take the free pawn. Their idea was trying to split my pawns. It doesn't quite work because if I play b5, my pawns are very well defended. a5 is a big mistake because I can play b5 and I have a passed pawn on the b file. This passed pawn is very annoying because if they trade pieces, then it becomes more of an asset and eventually I can try to promote this pawn, and that's a huge threat for the black position. Therefore, their pieces have to be very passive. Position's really good. I castle long. I mean, it's kind of a weird move because they can maybe play this because after takes, my a pawn is loose. But I don't have to take, so I could have played this. Anyways, rook to c8 was a bad move in my opinion. It doesn't really do anything. I think they should have gone like all in, just try to get anything. I played king to c2, just keeping the position a bit more tidy. You know, my king is off the back rank. Could go activate a bit sooner, and also if they try to go for the same idea, I always have rook to a1 defending my a4 pawn. f6 is a pretty good move in my opinion because it's preparing the move e5. I try to create counterplay. They were just hanging the pawns, which is not great. I might have missed a tactic. Let's have a look at the best move. The bishop takes. I can take their queen, and the bishop has to move away. And if it moves away over to this diagonal, I have this checkmate, which is really nice. They played c3, which was apparently the best move. I was supposed to sacrifice the rook first, but I took the pawn. Here, I should have considered this. That was a pretty annoying move, but they didn't play it. And I decided I would just keep an eye on this pawn. I felt like this was not really a free pawn, and my opponent agrees with me, so he didn't take the free pawn. I played f3, kicking away the queen, and kick away the queen again. They decide to sacrifice. They're like going all in. They're losing anyway, so they might as well try to throw everything at me. And d4. It's a pretty good move. I mean, it's trying to open up some lines, but it doesn't quite work. I can just push these pawns, which is really nice. Check, I block the check, and this is pretty much over. Now I sacrifice my rook because I see this idea for checkmate. I didn't quite see it during the game, like fully, but I had a feeling that it was a really good move. Well, I should have seen the mate, but I was low on time, so I just pre-moved the simplest option, which was to just get the rook. So this was all pre-moved, and I get the connect 5 temporarily. And in this position, my opponent decided to resign. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.